G'day everyone, welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker, the lap of Australia, where we are towing our boat right the way around the country, Dykes, and it is now time to get off the beaten track.
Cape York, Andrew, is one of Australia's great frontiers, and there are a few ways you can get there. You could drive,
Yes.
you could fly,
Yes.
but not us. We will travel by sea.
Hey Dykes, you're on!
Oh,
That's a
God,
better cod.
look at that cod.
That's a better cod on the swim bait.
That's a big fish.
Yeah! This is what it's all about, having
go
a bark
this way.
rusher like this driving
I know.
around the country.
Look at that. Funny Greenpeace we're here.
Big oh!
Clip up. If you fall in the water, you do that sort of thing. Look at that.
Oh, look at the size of it! Oh, look at the size of it!
Today's destination of the week is right out of the top drawer. In fact, it's about as tip-top as you can get because it's Seisia, which is just a stone's throw from the northernmost point of mainland Australia, Cape York. Our destination of the week is proudly delivered by Isuzu D-Max, the do-anything truck. Sit back in leather-bound, climate-controlled comfort while towing 3.5 tonnes or carrying a tonne in the back. D-Max, go your own way.
This is a pilgrimage for four-wheel drivers from all over the country, but as you may recall, at the top of the show, we have taken a different path.
SeaSwift is the company that keeps Northern Australia connected, and there is a regular service between Cairns, Cape York and the Torres Strait.
The road up this way isn't great for towing big boats, so we loaded the D-Max and Crusher aboard the MV Trinity Bay, and like magic, 3 days later it arrived at the very tip of Australia. If you're looking for the low-stress route to Cape York, this is it. Just like that, we are on the water in Cape York. And how good is this? That's Mutty Head, and down there's the Jardine River, and further down's a whole bunch of other rivers, and we're going to explore them all.
Can't talk.
You can talk.
I can't talk. I was singing.
It's never been a problem for you before. So, we don't really know where to go or what to do.
No.
We're rigging up our rods. We've
Yes,
got
we are.
a rod for everything rigged.
Could have done it last night. Chose not to. Had a lovely meal instead. But this is good, isn't it? Look
How
at it.
good is this? I mean, we haven't caught a fish yet.
No.
But this is already shaping up to be a very, very good fishing trip for us. We're staying in luxury back in Bamaga.
Yeah.
We've got our boat here.
Yes. All our stuff, all our gear,
We
everything.
are remote. And surely, even us, we can catch a fish.
We'll catch heaps of them,
If it
bro.
gets to 3 o'clock this afternoon and we haven't caught anything,
We'll let you know.
we'll let you know. And we won't be as up as this.
Morning one, day one though. This is good. It's good to start, full of vim and vigour.
What should we catch first?
A queenfish.
Really?
I don't know.
All right, yeah, good. Queenfish. We're going to go and hunt for queenfish. They like current. Good fish. It's a big fish. Just saw a little patch of stuff on the sounder there,
Yes.
and dropped down the micro jig, and I'm getting
Tailed up.
smoked.
We need this fish, Drew. We need the fish to put us on the board.
Oh dear, this is a big fish.
Well, that's exciting. We were sort of in a bit of a conundrum as to what the method of fishing we should use to fish. You sort
Coming
of
up, he's coming up.
come to
It's
a-
a big queenfish. That's the one you
queenfish.
wanted, Dykes.
Yes.
That was
well
the one you
done.
wanted. Oh, good, good, good. This is why you come here. This is why you go to all the effort. You get metre-long queenfish like this thing. But Nick, you made a very good point.
Yes.
You said
Yes.
we can drive around a lot.
Yes.
We can
yes.
drive around a lot now, big flash boat.
You could always be driving. Such is the vastness of this fishery and the options and the places you could go. But at some point, you've just got to sort of stop
Stop and fish.
and fish. You could always be driving.
You could always be driving. Oh, look at the size of
Look
this
at it.
thing.
It is a good fish.
Big queenie. No wonder it fought.
There is. No.
That's a massive queenie.
Yeah. We've got him. We've got him. That is a good queenfish. Have a look at that thing.
That's the biggest queenfish I've ever
I
caught.
reckon it probably is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get him out. But well done you.
More on the sound. Get into him. Get into him.
Get into him. Come out of that. Get out of that. Come out of it.
Oh. And that, I think that's good.
That's a wonderful way to get off the mark.
That's a wonderful way to get off the mark.
Terrific.
That is a clip over the fence for 6.
Yes, I'm saying that too.
This is going to be a good trip.
I'm going to take us back to that spot where they were.
It was a good start to our day, but under the surface, word quickly spread of our success, and almost immediately the gate crashers arrived.
Sean.
Fish on. What sort of fish?
A bottom fish.
Bottom
and look
fish.
at this. This is the problem we're going to have.
Yeah.
Because down here is a very, very sizable shark.
2 of them in actual
Look
fact.
at the size of the things. We
Yeah.
can't fish here anymore. That's a huge shark.
Yeah, that's a good shark. Jump in, Drew, with the GoPro, would you?
No, but we can't fish here anymore because it's just cruel. Like if we catch a fish, it's just going to get eaten, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
swim for your life. Don't look back.
Correct species, wrong size. Coral trout, this is what I guess we're hoping for here.
We mucked around with the little fish for half an hour or so and then headed off in search of something bigger. It took exactly 9 seconds. Oh,
Fish on!
he got it.
All right, so we was just having a little troll, a little post-morning tea time troll, and Hardy saw some fish busting up out here, and so can you, through a mouthful of roll, can you throw a lure at that?
Have to point in that I'm eating.
No, sorry, yeah. No, you're having your morning tea or whatever you're having. It's
Discussion. Right?
fine, it's all good. Can you throw a lure at that? And I said, yes, I can. And I did. And this is the end result. It's a pretty sizable fish.
Well done.
What are they? Were they
I don't know. Trevally or...
GTs or
I don't
something?
know.
Give them some line back. It was a pretty good run, pretty good first run. Just out there, Drew. Might cut back. It's a mackerel-y
Tuna, is
type thing, is it?
Tuna?
Yeah, tuna.
Couple of
Tuna.
long-tailed tuna.
Yep. Yep.
There was only like 2 of them.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's a
happy
pretty
enough
good
to-
one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good long tail. Oh, God. No. Get him? No.
Saw it coming.
It's going as well as anything I've ever caught. This fish
Round
in the
and
last
round
bit.
and round.
Yes. And after what has been, you know, sort of an 8-minute landing process.
Ah,
Yes, indeed. We have our long-tail tuna. Have a look at that.
yeah.
That is a good fish. That's a good fish.
Do we keep it for sashimi?
Oh, I reckon we'll let him go. He's not bleeding. Let's.
All right. That's all right because the restaurant at the lodge is pretty good.
Can you
Steak.
get that?
I'm always thinking about food. Where the next meal's going to come from.
All right, back you go. Phew. Good.
Stay with us, more of Cape York after the break, and then it's show and tell time. Project boats on a budget. Hook, line and sinker, and we're exploring the very fishy waters of Cape York, specifically the sheltered western side of the tip. And what we're doing, and I think it's working fairly well for us, is we're fishing as we explore. So we're trailing along. That gives you a chance at mackerel, tuna, whatever. If we see something on the Hummingbird that looks good, we will stop and we'll drop, you know, fish traps or little jigs on it or something like that. So that sort of gives us our chance of catching a nice trout for dinner or something like that. And if we see something breaking the surface, then we've also got rods here ready to throw lures at them. So we've sort of got all covered, all bases covered.
want to catch that one? Oh, yep, double. Yeah, double. Double, double, double stubs, and I'm just having a cast for one as well, Drew. It's probably not a great idea.
There's only two. Well, you're going to turn the double into a triple.
Yeah.
Righto. Good. Fish on.
Yep,
Fish on. First fish trolling. Didn't have to go far.
No, not very far.
This is good.
I was just sitting there thinking, having a bottle of water and contemplating while we were trolling for 5 minutes.
Yep.
And often when people would ask, you know, where's the best place you ever go fishing, and, you know, and stuff, of which there are a few answers, but my answer to people if they want to catch a lot of fish, if you want to be fishing all the time,
yes,
is here. You know, the western side of Cape York.
Yes, we've had some good trips here in the past, and we usually go, well, in the past we've done mothership trips down this western side, all the way down to the rivers and things. The thing is, I used to think that was a long way to go.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not.
In a fast boat.
In a fast boat,
in this
you
boat,
just day trip it from Seisia.
Yeah.
No worries.
No problems.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at that. Nice fish. He's got some fish with him too.
Has he?
Yeah, he did have.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Well done.
Well done you.
It's good.
Another nice long-tailed tuna.
We'll keep chipping away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is good.
Mackerel?
Mackerel, Spanish mackerel.
Yeah.
GT.
Yep.
Well, a lot of species really.
Probably.
Yeah.
But that's something we could think about.
Yep.
Oh man,
These are big fish.
all right, just to welcome you back. Trolling along, not really thinking, not really trying, just enjoying the ambience of being out here.
These are big fish. Big fish,
Okay.
Cape York.
Oh no, my big fish is now no fish.
Righto.
My big fish is now a line recovery operation.
Okay.
Okay, you still got yours?
Yeah. You got
Well, how about
that?
that?
Gone.
I think it's gone.
Yeah, there's no wire on that big stick bait.
Ah, righto.
So I reckon these are the big mackerels that we wanted to
Okay,
get.
so we had 2 diving lures rigged with wire, 1 stick bait rigged without wire.
Yeah. And this thing just took off.
Yeah.
Like you would not believe. Like, I actually hurt my thumb.
Did you use?
Yeah. I mean, there's no blood.
No, but it still hurts.
But
like
it's
a paper cut, isn't
Pretty bad.
it? Yeah, pretty bad. Quite bad.
Probably have to go in after this.
Okay, fair enough.
This is a big fish.
A big fish.
Look at the size of it.
Look
though.
at the size of this.
It's a tuna,
thing.
which is disappointing to me.
Look at the size of it.
But it's a...
That's the biggest longtail I've ever seen. You got that end of our big net? Oh, and you need the big net for this sort of thing. That's a big
excuse
fish.
me, but that is
a massive
a massive
tuna.
long-tail tuna, isn't it?
God. Genuinely, that's 25 to 30 kilos, isn't it?
It's pretty heavy.
All right, there's plenty of sashimi on that. They're great for that sort of thing.
We'll
You
let
know,
him go.
Put him back over the
We'll let
side.
him go. Big fish, Cape York. Big fish. Good grief. No more of you though. Too big.
It was a great start to our Cape York trip, but the day was getting away and we had a 60-kilometre run home, and there was one last navigational hurdle.
So we have come on the inside of that little island there, which is Crab Island. It's shorter on the way back to Seisia, but all the local advice was, you know, you need to know where you're going and do it with a bit of tide. We've got 1.2 metres of tide, and there isn't a lot of water in here. There's less than a metre there. So we put the drone up. Andrew, like Livingston before him,
That's right.
has decided that the drone with a bit of perspective.
So there is the out, that channel there,
Yeah.
and so it's out sort of...
Where's the boat in relation
There's
to
the
that?
boat. So head that way.
Okay.
Hang on, sorry. Just before you head that way, keep heading the way you're heading.
Yep.
There must be a channel here.
Oh,
There's
yeah, I
the
got one
channel
point.
there. Okay, so that's the channel there. So the drone is where It's right over the top of the channel. There it is there, okay. So,
Yep. Aim for the drone.
yeah, probably just on the left-hand side of the drone.
Yep.
And then we will get ourselves out. How good's this? I mean, cool. Otherwise we'd be stuck for 6 hours
Yes.
or longer. And there's crocs here.
1 metre. The chart plotter says I'm on the dirt here.
You all right? Keep going left. Yeah, no.
No.
Hang on, maybe.
Yeah, no. Talk to me. Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, no, good, good. Just keep going.
Very nice.
What Captain Cook wouldn't have paid for one of these, eh? Hey? You said that. I'm stealing your line, but it's a good line. Imagine that, if he had this before he ran into Endeavour Reef,
Yeah.
he would never have run into it, and it would never be called Endeavour Reef.
Yes.
Would have
Less
changed
help
history.
after you run into Endeavour Reef.
Still to come, we head north and round the very tip of Australia, and later, inspection time on project boats on a budget. If you love Hook, Line and Sinker, then don't let the magic end when the show does.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, constantly posting updates and videos about our adventures.
There we go! Holy! Big smile!
Feel free to join in the conversation, post stories and pictures of your greatest catches, and keep up to date with where we've been and where we're going. Oh, look at the size of it! Oh, look at the size of it!
So jump online today and become part of the Hook, Line and Sinker team. We're in the very fortunate position of having had our 7.8 metre bar crusher shipped from Cairns to Seisia near the tip of Cape York. As we once again seamlessly launched the boat, you may notice something slightly different. And there is. To explain further, we need to go back, all the way back to Atherton, which is about an hour inland from Cairns.
And here we are. Now, Nick, the time has come that one character from Hook, Line and Sinker the Lap
Yes.
needs to go home.
That's
it.
I assume you're talking
I've had
about
enough.
yourself, Drew.
No, it's not me, Nick, and it's not you. It is our beautiful Isuzu D-Max.
Look, this is the 17 model car, the LS Terrain, but big news is there is a new model for 18, Drew, and we are here at John Cole Isuzu Ute to pick it up.
We're really going to put this one through its paces.
Goodbye, old girl. And here, complete with a massive big bow, is our new beautiful car. This is Trevor Cole. G'day, mate. How are you?
Well, really well.
Trev, our new car, we're very excited about this. This one's going to take us the rest of the way around Australia. It's the new model, and there are a few little tweaks and upgrades as ever with the D-Max. Just let us know quickly what are the main sort of things. They've done some nice touches in the cab.
They have certainly have some of the features that they've improved upon. The new perforated leather seats.
Yep.
There's soft touches on the dash as well as the door trims.
Beautiful. So it's a little bit more comfortable inside. Another thing they've done to improve the comfort level is had a crack at the rear suspension setup.
Yeah, so the rear suspension, they've improved the comfort ride and handling by adjusting the 5-leaf rear springs to a thicker 3-leaf rear, also upping the payload by over 100 kilo.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So it rides better, but it carries more.
That's right.
And another thing that's really important for us, this car is fitted with some electronics that make it a safer and a better tow vehicle.
Yes, so your trailer sway control has been now fitted to all the D-Max and MUX vehicles, giving you a bit more stability, especially towing such a big rig.
Yeah, so if you ever find yourself in that situation where your load is starting to sway, the D-Max will help you get out of that situation.
That's right, that's right.
All right, mate, all we need is a key and we will get out of your hair.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Good on you.
Pleasure. Enjoy.
Thanks, Trevor. Cheers. Andrew, quickly, get up in the back.
We hitched up the crusher and headed for the Sea Swift depot. Our shiny new D-Max would be getting its shakedown run on the corrugations of Cape York.
A new day has dawned on us here on Cape York, and a change of tactics for us Yesterday we went south. Today we've headed north, Drew. Islands.
This is stunning.
Yes.
This is stunning. There are a whole heap of islands. We're going to get to the tip today. But on our way to the tip, we go past all these absolute beautiful islands. And we're going to try and catch something for dinner tonight.
Yep.
Chef back at the lodge has promised to cook it if we can catch it. So little stick baits in around the islands, maybe some fish traps sort of, you know, vibing the bottom, and hopefully a tasty fish. Big GT's up here too, apparently.
Fish on.
I got him on.
I'm going to get out of there.
It's not a bad fish, and it worked beautifully.
Well
That little
done.
Troll,
Good job.
and he just smacked it. And you were just driving magnificently well, Dogs.
Thank you, Andrew.
Magnificently well.
Should be said, we were gifted this lure
Yeah,
at breakfast this morning
we were.
by the manager of the lodge where we live. He said, this is my favourite trout lure, give this a run.
We put it on, and do you know why he likes it?
I guess because it catches fish.
Yes, and it's the colour of a trout. He said trout like to eat trout.
Oh, yeah.
And this isn't a trout, but it's,
What is it?
well, it's like a trout. It's a coddy thing. And they're just as good at eating as trout.
It's not a trout, though, is it?
I'm not that disappointed.
Ah, well done.
We're going to,
Good job.
that's fantastic. Look at that.
I'll put it
That's
on the
beautiful. That's good eating. That's good chewing.
Well done. Well done. Good at work, us, at doing things like that, getting gifted lures. Oh, fish on. Fish on, yes, yes, yes. What is it? What have we got here?
Barracuda.
Sort of barracuda-y, slendery thing. Yep, a barracuda, all right. En route to the tip, aren't we, Hardy? So maybe it's time.
Time for what?
Time for the tip.
Time for the tip.
Is it time for the tip?
Yeah. Nice cooter, man.
Thank you, Cooter Man. The cooter.
Stick with us. More of Cape York after the break, and then we each lend some moral support through the difficult process of trying to build a project boat on a budget. If you would like to dig a little deeper into the when, where and how, plus all the latest gear to use, look no further than the team at Wilson Fishing.
He's a good fish. That's not a cooter.
Look at him go!
A family-owned Australian fishing company, Wilson, have the online resources to help you catch more fish more often.
Oh, mate, look at this thing. It's gold.
It's unbelievable.
Xeric Zeppelins.
Well done. Subscribe for your free online magazine, Redefine the Game.
Yes, double booyah! Nice.
Explore countless action-packed YouTube tutorials.
It's 80! That's a beast. That is what fishing is about, is catching things like that in places like this. Absolutely awesome.
And stay up to date via social media for news from all the brands that make Wilson Fishing great.
You're watching Hook, Line and Sinker's Lap of Australia, and we've made it literally to the very tip of the east coast. This is Cape York, and for a couple of Tasmanians, it's a long way from home.
You've got to remember to reapply, Dogs.
Yes.
Now, I've decided
Yep.
that we're pretty much out of society up here, so I'm not going to shave for this trip.
For this trip.
Maybe not at all, ever again. You got sunscreen here. And
I mean, if you don't shave for this trip, that's you not shaving for a week, which isn't very interesting or anything. Why don't you not shave until we finish?
finish.
finish the lap.
Oh, no.
Come on.
No.
Do it.
It'll take us
no
like another
shave, no
year.
haircut.
No,
lap. Yes,
no.
you heard it here first. This is going to be awesome.
No
Because
way.
you see, like, he had a shave 40 minutes ago, and already now
I've
it's
never
like
grown a
half
beard.
centimetre
There's no
long.
way.
Beards are very fashionable now.
I've seen you with a beard. They
Yeah,
are.
it's not great. But you, on the other hand, you're a young man, you're virile, you're kind of swarthy. A beard, yeah. When this is done, you could get a job in a coffee shop.
Or selling craft beer. Would a beard cover up those chins?
Yep.
Maybe I should have had a beard years ago.
I know.
When I started accumulating the chins. Maybe
I'm
I
excited
should have got
by
a beard then.
No shaving till we finish.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm not sure.
This is something you don't get to do every day. That there is the very, very tip of Cape York, where you can see the little sign where you have your photo taken, and that's the little channel between Cape York, the northernmost tip of the Australian mainland, and some other islands that are a bit of a sort of an inconvenience when you're talking about going as far north as you can in Australia, because you can go to those islands to be further north. But through the little passage, Drew, we had a trail through there, didn't catch anything,
We
but
will though. Come on, we will.
we've run the lures through there.
Yeah. How good is this?
The tip.
Not a current.
East Coast.
Yeah. West Coast. Well,
Yep, sort of,
Yeah.
not really, but you know what I mean?
yeah. This is the East Coast. Great
Looks pretty
barrier reef.
fishy too, actually, the tip,
It
doesn't it?
does. Sean, got a lot of rods out the back.
Yep. I'm going to come and wind one in.
Maybe, yeah.
A lot of rods.
We're in quite shallow,
Yes, we are.
so, you know, could be any number of things.
How does it feel?
Oh, not huge.
But it's something.
It's something. Is it what we're after? That's the question.
Colour.
A little bit of colour there now.
What have we got?
We've got a trevally, no, a
Queenie.
queenfish. Nice.
Right.
I'll sort the queenie out
Okay.
if you stop us from going in on the rocks there.
Right.
Look at that, beautiful. Ah!
Oh, yeah. Good.
Splash me.
Yes. Sort of had to be a fish there, Hardy, didn't
Looked
it?
good,
You know,
didn't it?
you'd think in front of that little bunch of rocks there.
Looked really fishy, and that's good because we can always go and throw that little bunch of rocks again.
Yes. It hasn't done a lot, this fish.
What is it?
I think it's a coddy thing.
Yeah,
We seem to be pretty good at them.
we've got one of them. We'll let him go.
Yes, all right. Coddy thing. Good.
Trout next.
We stopped in at one of the local pearl farms for a late afternoon beverage. Talk was that the best fishing was further south. It sounded like a plan, and from one idyllic location to the next we retired to our digs, the oasis that is Cape York Peninsula Lodge, boasting all the comforts of your fancy city resorts but with that laid-back pace that only the Cape can do. A range of accommodation, excellent restaurant and some cultural highlights as well. Cape York Peninsula Lodge will recharge your batteries after a tough day exploring. You can find all the details at cypl.com.au. Now, if the thought of having your own boat to explore this amazing location appeals, Sea Swift is the answer. The company provides shipping services throughout Northern Australia, and whether it's cars, boats or caravans, Sea Swift delivers to some truly far-flung destinations.
You can even travel along. The Cairns to Seisia Adventure Cruise is 3 days cruising the inner barrier reef and the islands of Torres Strait. It's a unique way to see this unique part of the country. Visit seaswift.com.au for all the details.
A change of pace after the break as we each get to inspect the other's budget project boat. The Australian Maritime College is the perfect place to turn your passion for the water into a career. Queensland native Zoe Williams has been at sea since she was 18, but has recently decided to get her 24-metre skipper's ticket to go to the next level.
I've heard about all the simulators, all the hands-on stuff, the 6 different boats we get to drive down at Beauty Point. All that practical stuff was really one of the main reasons that I chose here, even though it's a little bit further away.
As well as her master's ticket, Zoe is taking on the MED2 course for marine engine drivers. At first, it was a bit of a stretch.
When I first got told I had to do an MED component of it, I was like, oh, well, that's me. I'm not driving boats. I'm done. But no, everything I've learned so far, it's super fascinating. I'm actually grasping all the concepts that we've learnt so far.
It's a course AMC is uniquely placed to deliver, with an entire ship's engine room as one of the classrooms.
I really want to know what's going on down there myself and be quite competent in that field as well, not just have someone telling me what's going wrong. I need to also be able to understand what's going on.
And while it's still a fairly male-heavy workplace, that can be an advantage for the girls.
Most big companies, they want female skippers. We pay that little extra attention to detail that sometimes the men don't, but I think there's definitely a role for male and females in every industry.
To find out more, visit amc.edu.au. You're watching Hook, Line and Sinker, and we're in the process of renovating a couple of 50-year-old boats and saving as much money as we can in the process. It's project boats on a budget, thanks to the on-water finance experts at YMF. These are the boats in question. Both are Haynes Hunters, and both were built in the late 60s, early 70s.
Mine was so futuristic back then that only now is its potential being fully understood. It's a Haynes Tri-Hunter, 3 hulls at the front, 1 at the back. I tested it with a 40 horsepower engine and fell in love. I plan to turn it into an inshore estuary fishing missile by strapping on a new Yamaha SHO 115. And what's more, I'm sticking to the budget theme by doing all the work myself, literally saving thousands with a traditional plywood rebuild.
My boat is more conventional, classic Haynes V19 reverse chine. The rebuild, though, is state-of-the-art. I've trusted it to Gippsland Composites, where all the wood has been removed and replaced with a space-age composite that will never rot. The underfloor is foam-filled for added safety and stiffness. The transom has been totally redesigned, and with a new lightweight Yamaha F200, this offshore fishing boat will be going strong for another 50 years.
We'd have to admit it's been a bigger job than expected. I'd also have to admit to having a little bit of help from my mentor, Michael, but really, he just watches me work. Today, it's all about the floor. Michael, how have you enjoyed your mentoring experience up to now?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It is.
No, I've really got a lot out of it too. Mate, the floor, preparation, again, the key here?
Yep. Yeah, always prep work, because if you don't prep it properly, you can fail down the track and then you have to pull it out and start again.
It's the number one rule that I've learnt from my mentoring with you, or your mentoring of me. Yep, prep work.
Prep work, yeah.
So how do we prep a floor?
Obviously mark it out, cut it out. Once it's all cut out, grind it with probably a
More
80 grit, yeah, just to scuff up the surface. Yep.
You should see my shed. It's just covered in this much dust. But we scuff it up, then we can glass it in.
Yep.
Glass both sides?
Just underneath.
Yep.
And then that gets bogged in and screwed in.
Yep.
And then we can do the glass on the top later on.
I'll get you a coffee. Almost as important as the need for hot beverages, Michael continued to impress on me the need for good prep work. Air bubbles, dust, water are all enemies of good fiberglass construction. The Tri-Hunter is going to be better than new. I'll get you got some twisties. Would you like some twisties? This is a process that can't be rushed, but good things take time. Or you could just pay someone else to do it all for you.
Really have got something to show today on Project V19, and it is exciting. It's sort of in the vernacular of the big reveal. Mick Taranto from Gippsland Composites, mate. I like your work. I like what you've been doing. This
is very different to what was brought in originally. You have imagined this, haven't you?
I've imagined it quite a few times actually, and yeah, this is where we've ended up so far.
All right, so just for those who have joined us now, this was a runabout boat, so the screen was down there. We liked the screen because it was teak and we wanted to keep it, but that threw up a whole lot of tricky angles, didn't it?
Yeah, well, normally we would have made our own either a new windscreen or a wave breaker, but because we followed the lines of this screen, we had to raise the deck to suit this shape.
So helm position is here, it's good, throttle falls nicely to hand, we've got some seat boxes in here. Oh, look at that, Mick, I like that. It's a panoramic view out of the Haines. Here, I drive there, throttle, wheel. Yeah, soft riding, so quiet. All right, that's good.
Progress was impressive. The tricky raised deck profile complemented the old windscreen perfectly, and there was now storage everywhere.
Mick, I have been instructed that this boat, which I think is going to go to Flinders Island and be my family boat, must seat 4 people, at least 4 people. So these, we're going to go with these seat boxes, which are, you know, sort of a 2-up style, if you like.
Double seat. We can mount your driver's seat there, put a cushion on the lid of the box.
Yes. So these are insulated at the moment, so sort of
insulated box, an esky or a bait tank. Or
good.
Whatever you require.
Helm seat there on a slider and a swiveler, that'd be good. So I can turn around. Obviously another one here. Wouldn't mind to mount an esky, like an angle fridge drawer.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We can do that, yeah.
The other thing, mate, I want to do is, you know, a big Targa arch, a rocket launcher.
Yeah, well, these are solid glass through here.
So it'll be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be able to hang all your framework off there, no problem at all. Just mount it forward as well. Yeah. Fix it forward as well, and that'll be fine on the side there. Yeah.
Still to come, inspection time on Project Boats on a Budget.
YMI offers peace of mind cover for all Yamaha customers. New for old replacement on mechanical and electrical components and motors regardless of age, and a host of other benefits not available anywhere else. Yamaha Motor Insurance is the ultimate in pleasure craft protection at competitive rates.
Ask your local Yamaha dealer about YMI today. Project Boats on a Budget, time on Hook, Line and Sinker, and today is show and tell day, where we each get a look at what the other has been up to over the past 3 months.
Yeah, so that has gone off beautifully well. The underside of my floor, dogs, and good to have you down here in beautiful east coast of Tasmania, where all the work has been happening for the last 3 or 4 months. It's been painstaking.
I very, very rarely get invited to Andrew's house, but today is a special day, Drew, because you want me to come and look at what you've been up to.
Yeah, see this, I've done this.
What is that?
It's plywood with fiberglass over the top of it, and it's going to be the floor. It's going to sit on my stringers.
Yes.
And
you seem to have learned new words.
Yep.
Stringers, fiberglass, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And you've done all of this.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look terrible, does it?
No.
I mean,
work going on here.
Oh, and you're doing that work there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Let's go and have a look at it.
This is the front section.
Fry hunter. Door.
That's my mentor.
Hello, mentor.
How you going?
It is quite a big boat, interestingly enough, when you look at it like this.
That's right. Value for money, wasn't it? Good value for money.
That's a really interesting point that you raised. My boat is a long way ahead of this, obviously, in the factory.
14 blokes every day of the week working on it.
And I know that is going to cost me a reasonable amount of my budget. How much do you personally owe Michael? We need to be talking about this, because this is Project Boats on a Budget. We need to be accounting for this. He's done, what, 20 days?
He doesn't do much. Like, to be fair, when he comes on his day, like, he only probably does an hour and a half a day. That's why it's quite a long way. And obviously being a mentor and stuff, so
yeah, a lot of his time is spent teaching.
So
he's a good tradesman. I'll say that.
Well, I know he knows what he's doing.
There is absolutely no evidence of you, Drew, anywhere in this boat having touched anything. Maybe this corner here is a bit rough. You might have done something there. The Try Hunter.
No, Michael will be right.
170.
We'll sort Michael out. Don't worry about that. That's what Michael does. Plays around with other boats. He just does it out of the joy, the sheer joy of it.
You paid 5. You owe Michael 10. You're at 15.
Just across Bass Strait, the V19 was being rolled out of the Gippsland composite shed, ready for inspection.
A little bit nervous, I've got to be honest, Drew.
What
a little
have you
bit
done
nervous.
to it? What have you
showing
done
you.
to it?
Well, this is.
What is this?
For the new. This is the original
It's a
teak, my man, windscreen. Obviously, it's going to be brought back to as new condition, but this is a boat which is thoroughly modern, yet harks back to its 50-year heritage. So many, subtle yet excellent design.
So this is new. This is a wave breaker type thing.
So you see a lot of V19 Hayneses, and they're done up, and they've got a big crude wave breaker on them. They've got a dive door in them, and
very practical that though, isn't it?
People go spear
Fantastic.
fishing.
Keeps the water off, and
unless you like to sit down and enjoy all the view and the panorama around you, the world as it travels by. This boat, you can sit and drive. That's fine. You can stand and drive too. Come and have a look inside. This is one part of it, Drew. But there's a whole other world of stuff in here. So look at all of this, Andrew, and you probably won't recognise what of this. And feel, can you do me a favour? Feel the floor. Just see how solid, really solid that is.
So that's the composite stuff.
That's the composite board, but it's also foam filled.
Yes.
Back here, obviously, so the stern is, remember it used to be a stern drive boat?
Yes.
Now it's completely resolved with big battery boxes.
Live bait tank.
These seat bases, so big fuel tank, 180 litres under the floor.
Yes.
Got a kill tank there.
Yes.
As you move forward, nice side pockets. We'll have more storage here. I've got another little wet well up here.
Is that where you sleep?
No,
that's where I sleep.
it's not.
That's
it's
where I
you sleep.
Yep.
This is storage. Obviously, you just put your stuff up there, and this is where you drive it from, like this. Look at this.
Do you think it's been a good idea keeping this?
Look, it has thrown up a few challenges. I will admit that, because it's reasonably
practical.
Steeply
Is that glass?
It's glass. Oh yeah.
Is that practical?
Yes, perfect.
Sinker will go through it, or
Safety glass.
Yeah. When you do one of those casts and it doesn't release and it comes flying back, it's going to smash.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be good. The next job though, well, there's a few little jobs for Mick to finish off.
How much money have you spent?
This is on a budget. This is project boats on a budget.
He's had it for 6 months.
Yeah.
2 guys working on it for 6 months.
But look at it.
It's nowhere near finished.
What?
It's nowhere near finished.
Oh, you
How much?
see.
Yeah. Have you had a bill yet?
I don't think there'll be a bill. I think, no, we will. We'll talk about that. We've got to go and see the stainless man next.
Oh, good.
Stainless.
That's cheap.
Big tar garage, Bimini.
Oh, really?
Cutting board, bow rail.
Stainless is really cheap.
But good though. Do you like it?
I love it.
Where are you going?
I've got to get back to my boat.
How good is this?
Join us next time for a Back to Basics Cape York camping adventure with fish to burn. Plus, we'll pull out the calculator and count the cost of our budget project boats.